fact, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want.
Alright, Stony. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la.
Download failed? Bro, you telling me I can't preview my own livery? Don't play me like that. This is getting clipped in the behind the scenes. Bro, how do you know how to do it that good?
Raps.
I know you may not have known I was gone, but I'm back and I'm ready.
Alright, cool. You ready? Get your voice ready, man.
Alright, let's do it.
Three. Yo, what's up FSG? What's up Flow State Gang? We back with some more GT Sport karting series. I hope you guys have enjoyed the last video, really the season, you know what I'm saying? This is the first season, so we got our boy Stony with us. Stony, say what's up.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
So I hope y'all having a good day. So we coming at y'all with round 6 of 12 at Leguna Seca. So this race, you guys seen the last race at Laguna Seca. Y'all know how that went down. So hopefully we can keep our good luck. But recap of basically the last race. You guys know Frost has been on a crazy streak. So he got a sweep last race, and I believe Stony had a strong outing. You got second. Did you get second at
Frost actually had a bad heat in his second heat last week and lost some points.
Yeah,
I actually beat him on points last week, although he won the feature and he won. He finished second to last in heat.
Right, that is facts. Yeah, I do remember that. So yeah, Frost, even though he was pretty strong, he had some technical difficulties, but hey, Stony, this middle part of the season is definitely starting to show his form, and he does have pretty good form. But speaking of that, Stony, go ahead and give us a rundown of the points that's going on right now before we hop into this video.
Yeah, things spread out a little bit since last week. I'm in the lead with 323 points. You're back in second at 306. Ajax is in third with 294. Frost is in fourth with 271. Tennessee in fifth with 254. Island is in sixth place with 196 points. Mustang and Kiwi has 178 points and seventh place. Cripple for Days is in eighth with 173, so 5 points behind Kiwi. That's one of the tighter races in the championship series right now. Uri's is in 9th with 154 points. Sugar Honey Iced Tea is in 10th with 67. Blazer is in 11th with 52. And Real Mad is in 12th with 5.
Yeah, guys, so that's basically the recap on the points. I'm not going to keep you guys and hold you guys. We're going to go ahead and get to this race. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, guys, we're back. So, Stony on pole, and then me to Ajax. So, first two heats is 5, and then the feature race is 7 laps. So we're gonna go ahead and see what kind of start everybody gets. This is kind of a weird angle, but Stony does get a decent start. But if you look on the left side, Frost gets an amazing start. Literally gets the perfect start you could ever ask for, and gets in the first place before the first turn is even there. So he gets up. Now we're in Stony's POV. So it's Frost to me to Stony, to a three-way battle going on in turn 4. Oh, and it's getting really nippy between Ajax. Ajax does go off the track, and that does enable Mustang to get in front of him, and Real Mad and None Island get in front of him. So a really rough start for Ajax, but a really great start for Frost.
A couple guys to watch here. Again, I mentioned earlier, Island and Kiwi are in a close race for the 6th.
Stony goes off the track there, so that enables me to kind of get in front of Mustang. Me and him are kind of going to get in a little bit of a tussle, but as far as the group, we're all right here, and Frost is just taking off. So
got Alex and Kiwi going into the oh my god,
corkscrew.
the corkscrew. Thank you. I'm terrible at remembering that. Corkscrew side by side about 5 minutes ago when I started this sentence.
Yeah. Really solid, really clean racing from everybody in the first lap, so it's looking really good. So
one of the cleanest starts we've had in the Kart series.
It actually is.
Race so far.
Mustang is trying to make a move on me on the inside. He does have really a decent top. Well, he's topping at about 198, and I'm topping about 104. Yeah, so I mean, I do have that advantage over him, and he actually gets a half a second penalty and goes over the curb, and that sends him into the grass. But he does get a pretty solid recovery. So Real Mad is going to take advantage of that, move up into third place, but that sends Mustang all the way back behind Stony, and he's going to take advantage of that as well. So
tell you what, I was feeling Mustang behind me. He was actually quite a bit faster than me in practice. I'm pretty sure he'll get this position back on me at some point. Looks like
he's actually trying to
if he hasn't yet,
defend from Ajax, so him and Ajax are going to get in a tussle right now. Mustang, I can say, has been showing a lot of, like, he's already been racing with the top guys from Sweden, but he has been showing a lot of, like, improvement with racing. I don't think they race on tracks like these or like racing tracks backwards. I think, you know, because they're only like in a select few tracks you can race with in karting in GT Sport. It's pretty tough. Ooh, he sends it right there. So he's
always good for pace. He's just got to get his consistency down, and he'll be a weapon.
I could definitely see that for sure. So he was applying some pressure to me as well. Just like Real Mad
goes off the
gets
track.
away off the track, and he was battling with me there for a second.
This was an uncharacteristically good race for him so far as well. This would be his first time not taking last if he can manage it. So an impressive showing for Real Mad so far.
Yeah, Mustang is definitely losing that back end speed, because I can see he had the move on Stony, but Stony just has so much power. As you can see, he just doesn't have the acceleration that he wished he probably wanted. And now Real Mad is gonna maybe try to make a look on the outside of Ajax. They're gonna get in a bit of a tussle, and he gets on the curb and he goes off. Real Mad, ooh, that's gotta hurt.
He's getting by me right now. Oh, and I get it back.
Looking at the moment, he's got a really nice run up the hill. A really solid run up the hill. They go too wide. Oh, and he just recovers. That was a great recovery by Kiwi, I'm not gonna lie. Mustang had a great recovery right there. He's kind of smoking. I don't know what's going on. It's probably because he's off the track, but really solid recovery.
That's, dirt being thrown from his tires. That was
yeah,
very
it is.
impressive.
He's real. I'm not gonna lie. The last few laps, he's been struggling in the corkscrew. So now Ajax is gonna try to get in the picture. It's a lot of action going on with Mustang at the moment. So he's, oh yeah, see, look, he just
off the track again.
Off the track again, but he doesn't keep the position. Gets mixed up in the gears, goes low. Ajax is kind of off the track too. So Mustang, oh, Mustang went off. Real Mad back in 6th. Yeah, it's getting pretty frisky up there, but moving up to 1st and 2nd. So if we look at the lap times between me and Stony 139, 130.5, 131.6. And then if you look at me, 137.2, 131.3, and 131.1. So Stony is definitely lapping faster than me. So
already
he's definitely
less than 2 laps remaining.
Yeah, so less than 2 laps remaining. I'd say he's probably about 1.1 in front of me. I mean behind me. So I'm just trying to hold him off. You see his top speed is 106. If you look at my top speed, if it's only 104, so on the straights he has a whole 2 miles an hour, like more speed than I do. So I'm trying to figure out where I might be gaining, I might be losing. Not really much practice this week, so but right here I feel like I was braking super late, super risky. As you can see, I did go a little bit wide there, but I fixed a little bit. As you see, all the time he gains, now he's right behind me going into here. So at this moment, I'm like, oh, he's so much faster. I just have to defend like a lion. Like Fernando said to Esteban, defend like a lion. Tell him to defend like a lion. So that's what we're going to try to do. Like, no choice. So on this straight, we have to look at the top speed that Stony has already. 190, 195, 102. I haven't even hit the hundreds yet. And he's already there. So now So I run a 131. He runs a 129.7. So it just shows you the pace difference. But let's see if my defense can make up for it. I do kind of open the door for him right there. But I do have the inside, and he can't really try to take me on the outside there. So I save it for another day. So now I'm trying to fend off the straight line speed.
I don't mean to interject, I just want the viewers to know there is also quite the battle going on for fourth here between Mustang and Ajax. The last lap's turning out to be quite eventful here.
It is very eventful. Going up into this left hand, I have to get side by side. We have to be even, because if he does get like all that speed going up, I'd have no chance. So now going into this turn, I brake super late and I get actually side by side with him. I stick my nose in there. So now he's on the left side, so I go wide to try to get more speed coming down into this corner. And you can just look at the run that I get through these sequence of corners right here. Look how much speed that I'm gathering. So now I'm side by side with him. I'm like, we have to brake later. We got to do something. And Stoney's right there. So I put the car in the perfect position. But going into the line, just look at how close it is. Right there. I'm not even gonna lie. We're gonna have to go back. I'm gonna go back like 10 seconds. Nah, I gotta go back like 10 seconds. I gotta go back like 10 seconds. If you just look at how close it was, and we'll go back and look at Ajax and Mustang's battle. If you just look at the straight line speed that he has over me, you look at the line and look and see how close it is. It was mad close. Super close. I'll give you guys another POV. Look at this right here. This is the first person POV. The speed he is gaining. You look at the finish line and I'm squeezing, and I just get away with it. So I got very lucky, at the least. I could say I did get very lucky. But going back to Mustang and Ajax's battle, if we look at these two, they are going hard. I would definitely say Mustang and Ajax were definitely around the same pace. You'll see them together a lot in these races. So going up the hill, going up into the corkscrew, look at the speed that these two guys have with this car. They're on the same setup. This dude Ajax just smooth goes around him like a hot knife through butter and defends very well. Mustang tries to attack, so he goes on the outside to try to do what I did to Stoney and get a really fast run, take wide, and then go in to gather more speed. So now, going into the penultimate corner, they both get a little bit squirrely with each other. Ajax is trying to defend, so Ajax takes the inside line. He actually backs off. He kind of has it now. Oh, they both get squirrely, and we're going to see what these two have to... Oh. And Mustang just can't keep it together, and he actually just doesn't even put any power across the line, so he kind of just gives it to Ajax. But what a battle with those two. What a battle with those two. What a battle with the top two. So that's gonna wrap it up for the first heat. All right, going into the second heat race, guys. So Island is on pole, to Frost, to Ajax, to me, to Stoney, Mustang, and then Real Man. So we're gonna see what kind of start everybody gets here. Look at Island. He's barely fettling the throttle. He gets a decent start against Frost, but Frost just gets the overspeed on him. So now Frost goes up in the first, so we get a good start. Ajax is trying to stick his nose, and they almost go 3 wide into that corner, so Ajax is gonna move up. Oh, but he gets a little squirrely. Now it's just a pack of carts. Frost is still in first, to Island, to Ajax, to me, to Real Mad, to Stoney, Mustang. Oh, Stoney goes wide. Stoney goes wide into that. Wow. So that's not really going to be the best for you. Island's still sitting strong in second.
And actually the same thing happened to me in the first heat. I just think we didn't catch it. But
that's crazy. So
every single race tonight I had an issue.
You did? Yeah, I'm happy I stayed out of trouble. But look at the pack of cars right now. So this is actually pretty good for Stoney, that we're all battling right now. So he actually can have some breathing room to catch up, because we're all sitting here like throwing hands at each other. So just look at how aggressive we are. No no remorse given for anybody
No
on this
quarter.
track, like nothing. So going through the corkscrews, you guys are gonna see it's just so much. And who just went off the track there? Was that real? Yeah, I think that was Real Mad who went off the track right there.
That was Island, actually.
That was Island that
is
went off the track.
right
He
now.
did
That
go off the track.
Gave me
So
one position back. I may
so
have gone
gave-
off the track again because I'm a ways behind the crowd here. Big
Right.
gap between me and Real Mad.
So now, Frost to Ajax to Stony. I mean, Frost to Ajax to me to Mustang to Real Mad. So I'm gonna try to go on the outside and see what I can make of it on the outside and try to cut back in, but nah, it's just not gonna happen. And I kind of get on the dirt a little bit. So really good defense from Ajax. And Mustang is just trailing to see what's gonna happen between us two. Oh, but I do make a slight mistake. So actually Mustang does get the jump on me going through that turn. So now I kind of figured that I did have more straight line speed than Mustang. So you might try to see me get a little bit of looking on the inside, but that's just me just setting him up. And I did set him up, and he did go wide, so I was able to get that position back. So it was a really nice setup by me, and that's going to actually get Real Mad into the picture. So Real Mad is going to try to go on the inside of, oh, and that sends Mustang all the way into the gravel. Yeah, Mustang, yeah. So even Stony is going to make the jump on Mustang here. So Stony goes in front of Mustang.
One more spot, back up into 5th.
Exactly. So Ajax, with all this battling going on, he's starting to get a little bit of a gap from 2nd to 3rd, and I'm also starting to maybe climb back up to Real Mad. Stony is now trying to get his footing back with the mistakes that were made in the first couple laps. But as you can see, Frost is just dominating this race. So really good racing going on, really good pace. Everybody's sticking together. It's definitely, you know, a lot of different things are going on. 131 from Ajax, 131.7 from me, 131.7, 131.8. So about the same pace. So what I tried to do there is I actually went too far on the inside to try to take that position from Ajax, and I actually went off track to overtake him. So I picked up a 1 second penalty. So that was obviously like, yeah, I tried to be too risky with it. I got a little bit too cocky and a little bit too confident with my overtaking skills. So now I'm stuck with this 9/10 penalty on my hands. So Mustang is probably not gonna recover. Stoney's still getting a little bit squirrely, so he's trying to get used to the track, and now it's kind of just a stalemate between me, Ajax, Real Mad, Stoney, and maybe even Mustang. He's still kind of in the picture. There are 2 more laps left to go, so anything can happen.
I've actually picked up quite a bit of time here since the last time we checked in.
Yeah, so now Real Mad is trying to make a move on Ajax going into the corkscrew, so that's going to get Stoney into the picture. And like I said, Real Mad goes into the dirt before the penultimate corner. Kind of saves it, but does lose a position to Stoney. Now Stoney is right behind his teammate. So Stoney's going to get right into his slipstream. See if he's going to try to make a move on the inside or the outside. And he chooses the inside. Ajax doesn't really even try to defend it. Maybe actually does want to try to stick it on the outside. See if he can get the cut back on the inside. Maybe, but he just slots behind his teammate. So Stoney does end up getting that overtake on Ajax. And I actually still am stuck with the half a second penalty. So now, Stoney, it's hammer time for Stoney right now. He is on the move. Stoney actually does have better 129.6, 129.6, like 130, 131. Like that's the pace difference. It's 3 seconds. So you can just tell Stoney is on. He's on the charge. He's motivated. He's there. He's in the zone. So he's going for that second place now. Ajax is right behind him with Kiwi starting to make a bit of a comeback too as Real Mad goes off the track again. Real Mad goes off the track again, so not really looking too solid for Real Mad right now. As you can just tell, look at the time that he's gaining. Look at the time that Stoney is gaining on me. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm not really trying to panic much. I know that we can defend on this track and that the defense is good, but with this penalty, there's not really much I can do. Like, am I going to be able to get rid of it before the time ends? Like, I don't really think there's much I'm going to be able to do. So, like, I don't really know. So What was your thought process going into these battles, Stony?
I was okay with taking third if I couldn't get by it clean. I was just trying to make sure not to make any big mistakes that were just going to ruin both of our days. Because the pack is really tight here, so a mistake for either of us would have put us back into 5th and 6th. Fourth and fifth.
Yeah.
So the stakes were pretty high. I couldn't really take too many chances.
Right. So you could just look at the look how hard we're racing each other, like the defensive skills, and this is where I started to notice where I was slower. And you look at the run that I got out of that turn, and I got a really solid run, and now I'm gonna do the same thing I did the last race. I'm gonna stick my nose in the inside, and I'm like, I have to do this. I have to go wheel. We have to go wheel to wheel, and that was way riskier than the last one because he almost went off track. I possibly could have picked up a penalty there, but both of us just kept it clean. Now we're gonna go side by side into the corkscrew. And I actually make the move into the corkscrew, and I wasn't able to do it the time before. So going into this last corner, we have 2/10 of a penalty we need to serve before the race ends, and I'm like, I don't think I could do it. So he kind of pushes me through the corner, but I do have a bit of overspeed. Now we're going to this corner. I'm like, I can't do it. Like I have to give it up, even though I do go into this last corner in basically in front of him. I have to give it up because I wasn't really going to get it anyway. So it's like, dang, like I defended what I was supposed to do, but I did make a mistake early in the race where it costed me those points. So going on to the final lap, we're going to see how Mustang ended up getting this overtake on Ajax. So I told you guys, these guys were battling like at all these races. Like I said, they're pretty much on the same pace if you look at the time difference. Well, Mustang this race was definitely quicker, but made a few mistakes here and there, and kind of got in a little bit more trouble. But Mustang into that corner gets really good speed, and he gets all the way damn near side by side with Ajax, going into this corner and kind of squeezes Ajax to make a short line through there, so he does get the overtake into that corner. Now going up and to the left here, he goes basically full throttle like he's supposed to, but look at the straight line speed. As we said before, the straight line speed of Ajax is just, it's literally inevitable. Like it's crazy. So Ajax does get a pretty solid run going out of the corkscrew, but Mustang, as you see, he's taking that line, that just a slingshot line basically, and he's gonna come onto the left side, undercut, and just tries to go side by side. But we're gonna see who can go into braking better. Ajax actually brakes pretty late.
He did the exact same thing in the MX-5 race on the last lap.
He did?
He did.
So let's see what happens here. So braking, yeah, Ajax just broke super late. He just broke really late, and that caused Mustang to get the undercut on him. So Mustang does come home with 4th place in the second heat race. So actually a pretty solid result for him. And then as you guys know, me and Stony were battling really hard, fighting each other really hard. Yo guys, we are back for the feature race. So we got Nunan Island on pole, from Ajax to Alex to Stony, Frost, Real Mad, and Mustang. And we are in the dusk. The lights are out. Island does get a pretty decent start. He's still in first. Looks like Ajax is getting side by side with him, so they are going to go side by side into this first turn. I'm in third, so they actually tussle and touch actually. So I'm going to try to make as much as I can and advance up in the first place. Stony advances up in the third. Island drops back to 4th. Real Mad goes up in the 4th place. Frost is in 6th, so he's probably not really too worried. He knows his pace is pretty crazy. Real Mad goes into the dirt once more, so me and Ajax are fighting into turn 4, and I keep the position. So that might maybe advance Stony to get into some contact with me and Ajax. So, and Stony's gonna go on the inside of his teammate and gets the move done pretty easily, and is gonna try to go up on the inside of me, but picks up. Oh wow!
Completely overdrives the corkscrew.
Wow.
That's one.
Did you pick up a penalty? And then you just
I did pick up a penalty.
and you dropped it right
it
then.
because I went into the dirt.
Yeah,
exactly.
you dropped it
I
right
went
then.
Off the track, so.
Wow. So
So that puts me in last place firmly.
Kind of makes everything crazy. So Ajax in the first.
Yeah.
Frost
That
goes
one
from
hurt.
6th to 2nd, and then 3rd is Mustang to Island to me. So I dropped back. I don't even like all three of us kind of just came together and it just
lead.
Yeah, Frost takes the lead. So Frost got his little magic pixie dust. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying. So Mustang gets into a bit of a battle with Island. Stony Ajax is gonna try to keep up with Frost as much as he can, but the likelihood of that happening is probably very slim. So from Mustang to Island to me to Real Mad, so it's like, as you guys can see, these races, it's actually pretty tight. Like there's battles going on everywhere you look. So as you look, Ajax and Mustang and Ajax are just a position apart. So these guys were literally like right next to each other, with each other, the whole entire event. So I'm in 4th,
Island
Real
goes
Mad,
off the track and takes his place behind Stony at the rear of the pack.
and you overtake Real Mad going up the hill. So you guys can just see the difference of top line speed that Ajax and Stony had. Stony locks up a little bit. The top speed that these guys have in those carts are just immaculate. It's crazy. So actually really good job to them in the tuning job these guys got going on in the factory. So I think Ajax is definitely gonna try to defend harder than he did on the last lap of the last heat race against Mustang, because now him and Mustang are gonna get into a tussle again. So we're gonna stay on board for a few corners to see if Mustang is gonna try to lunge down the inside. Ajax wants to keep that outside line to just kind of keep Mustang in the corner, so Ajax can have the racing line, but gets a little bit squirrely, so he kind of gives it up. So Mustang is gonna make that move. Ajax is gonna try to get a look into turn 3 or turn 4. I mean, no, what turn is that? Turn 2 or turn 3? It's turn 3, right?
Turns 1 and 2 are the hairpin. Turn 3 is the right, and then turn 4 is the next right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so turn 4, and then this is turn 5. I don't know why I got that so confused. Yeah, as you guys can see, these guys are just like going super hard, but oh my god, I look like a rocket ship right there. So they tussle, and I'm starting to get into the mix. Ajax saves the car, but I do get the overtake on Ajax, and now I'm charging to see if I can get this 2nd place on Mustang. And I just wait. I'm just being patient. Oh, Mustang goes into the dirt a little bit. He's actually kind of, I'm not gonna lie, Tony Hawked it. Like,
I just went off the track again.
You went off the track again?
Yes, I did. Back into 6th.
Back into 6th place for him. So really, Stony is looking for a really strong recovery drive, and it's kind of been practicing recovery drives for the last 2 heat rases, and it's actually been pretty good for him. So we're gonna actually see what
Very
kind
against
of
my will. Yeah, I got
yeah,
4
we're gonna
laps to see what I can do.
4 laps to see what kind of guts he has. You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna give up or not. But now I'm gonna try to make it in on the inside of Mustang, and we do get this easy overtake on Mustang. And at the moment, we're gonna go deep into the corner, locked up, went very deep into the corner. So Mustang does take that position back, and we actually get a terrible run into that corner. So and get squirrely as well. So get well, the back end was loose. Now Ajax is behind us, and now Mustang has about a 2-second gap to us. So that's not looking good with 3 laps left to go. So hopefully we can try to squeeze that down. Now Real Mad is trailing behind Ajax in 4th place. Kind of goes into the dirt a little bit, is trying to get it together into that corner. I kind of see people having a little bit of trouble into turn 5. So we have Stony trying to make his way back, and Island right behind him as well. So Island not really having the best race he wish he could have. Oh, Real Mad actually gets in front of Ajax, and they're going to tussle and going into the corkscrew. Ajax is going to, ooh, Real Mad goes into the dirt. So after the corkscrew, Ajax is going to take that place back. And on the penultimate corner, gets really good speed. Real Mad is really struggling on the controller. And you can see Stony in the back just creeping. So he's clawing back and trying to see what he can do to get back into this race.
Looks like I've made up a little ground and Island's keeping right up with me.
Yeah, Island actually is keeping up. Some good stuff from Island. And just looking at me and Mustang, I am crawling back slowly. With
Frost
Mustang, I ran
a
over.
1 second penalty.
Did he really? Oh, he does have a 1 second penalty.
I missed how it happened, but he picked up a 1 second penalty, probably in turns 1 and 2.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. So Frost from Mustang to Alex to Ajax, Real Mad, Stony, and Island. So it's a bit of a stalemate at the moment, but
Frost is up front running 127s and 128s.
yeah, he's literally
a 127.7.
704. So he's literally in a league of his own. But as you can see, he just served his penalties right there, with all the time he had in the world to serve about 10 penalties if he wanted to.
I don't think anybody else even ran a 128.
Mustang goes off the track after the corkscrew. And I actually think I kind of made a bit of a mistake reacting off of him as well. So now that's going to catch us back up. To Mustang, you see, we're going so hard through that corner. We pushed him into the penultimate corner, and he goes in the dirt, but he actually saves it. So now I do get the overspeed and get the overtake. As you can see, now the tires are hot. The tires are really hot. So Mustang is actually going to lose a place to Ajax as well. So now they're going to start battling. Now I'm going to move up in a second. So that's exactly what I want, playing right into our hands. Now Mustang is he going to choose the left side or the right side? He kind of just wants to play the patient game and see where he can make an overtake, because he does have 2 laps left to make a decision. And
Real
as you
Mad
see,
race has deteriorated quickly. He's all the way back in last all of a sudden.
yeah, so I think he's definitely struggled with this track and it being like gravel traps everywhere. Like you can't really make any mistakes, or you're literally going into the dirt. But now you can see Stony in the background just creeping. Ajax is gonna try to make a lunge on the inside of turn 5, and he doesn't get the Mustang does a pretty decent job at defending from that, but going up this hill, you guys know the speed that this kart has at the moment. In the slipstream, see which way he's gonna go. He's gonna go on the inside, and just like that, again, he's gonna make that pass and break super late into the corner, smooth into the corkscrew, gets a little bit squirrely, but he keeps it together. But look at Stony in the background creeping. Stony's creeping.
Just over a lap remaining. I'm in 5th place at the moment.
Stony is creeping. Mustang tries to go on the outside, but look at Stony. He's going to try to go on the outside. Oh my God, it is 3 wide. Actually, we're going to go on board with this. So Stony's POV right now. Stony is on the inside, gets over on Ajax, and it could possibly get a double overtake. Let's see what he does right here. He goes a little bit deep into the corner and tries to get the double overtake, but oh wow, the speed of this car, the speed of this car is crazy, and he kind of ran him off the road there. Kind of ran him off the road there. I
gave him plenty of space, but we did collide.
Right. So, but the main thing,
I feel like I gave him plenty of space anyway.
No, I don't. Hey, I'm not. Hey, look, it is what it is. But you do kind of run yourself off the track as 2 in turn 5. So now Ajax is back into 3rd place. So now that we know that Stony can overtake 2 cars at once on this track, let's see what he can do against his teammate. He chooses the inside, going into the corkscrew. Both of them braking super late. Going neck and neck into the corkscrew, out of the corkscrew, into this left turn, going into the penultimate corner. Let's see who comes out on top. Ajax is going to try to make a move. He's actually being pretty patient. So Ajax is going to try to, he wants to get a good exit there, but is he close enough? Oh my God. He lunges down the inside and does exactly what he does at the Miata race and the second race.
Twice tonight.
And goes deep into the corner. And Stony gets 3rd place.
If you back up, you'll actually see I go very wide into that last turn, and like I brake early and I wait for him to go by before turning in. I had a feeling.
It's almost like you knew he was gonna do it.
Well, I knew he was gonna try to make a move. It was the last turn. He was right on my bumper, and he doesn't like play nice with me.
Breaks super late.
When we're feature racing, like when it's the last lap, we're not teammates anymore. So I knew he was gonna try to make a move. So I'm like, my best shot is to just let him do it because I don't want to get run wide.
You said you guys aren't teammates anymore?
Drive off the corner. Not on the last lap of any race.
Right.
We don't work together anymore. If it's the last lap, dude, we're done.
Oh, you broke late too. Wow, he almost. Yeah, you broke mad late too.
Yeah, but I stayed wide until he cut past me, and then I went.
It's almost like, yeah, you knew. So that's, it's crazy because that's one of the things I do. Like when you go in GT Sport lobbies and you know those people who troll, and then you know they're trying to, and then you just move out the way and they just like just skyrocket past you. Same thing there. So you are a blooper, Ajax. Yeah, right. All right, guys, that's the race. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stoney's actually going to give us the breakdown of the points after this race. Stoney, go ahead and give it to him.
Yeah, so tonight, Frost picked up another 70 points with another impressive sweep. He's actually swept 3 out of the last 4 weeks. Alex picked up 65, I picked up 63, Ajax picked up 58, Island picked up 53. Kiwi actually had more points than Island with 56, even though he finished a position behind him in the feature, and then Real Mad brought up the rear with 51 points. Season standings that didn't change much. The gap between Alex and I got a little bit narrower. I still have a 15-point lead from first to second. Ajax is in third with 352. Frost is in fourth with 341, and the order hasn't changed for the rest of the way down. Hennessy, Island, Kiwi, Triple for Days, Yuri's, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. The one thing that has changed is Real Mad is no longer in last in the standings, having completed 2 events. He is now in 11th place with Blazer 50 and 12.
Yeah, that's basically the rundown, guys. So I basically, so in the last race, I did struggle a little bit, but the race in general was like really this whole season. You guys have seen everything. It's actually been crazy racing going on with the season. It's actually been really entertaining, and we still got 6 races left to go at a season. And not even to mention, we got a bunch of more content coming for the channel, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys. A few people actually are commenting in the comment section and saying, you know what I'm saying, keep up the good work, and then put in a few tips here and there. So I hope you guys keep up with that. You know what I'm saying, we got new things coming. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Flush that gang, we up. FSG, we up. Peace out.